On YouTube, the Missouri Star Quilt Company has established itself as one of the most popular quilting channels. Over the course of the past 15 years, they have gathered a sizable number of subscribers and currently have thousands of customers in a variety of countries throughout the world. The Missouri Star is here to help you get building underway if it is something you are interested in. They provide you with all of the materials, ideas, and assistance that you could possibly require. First and foremost, they put together a collection of some of the simplest quilts for beginners to try, following the advice of Ms. Doan, the founder of Missouri Star, which now has more than 860,000 subscribers. On the other hand, the beginning of their trip was fraught with both successes and failures. They started off with very few resources and put in a lot of hard work to build what they have now. There is no better way to begin your adventure into quilting than by producing your very own quilted tote bag. Given that tote bags are both trendy and important in today's society, there is no better way to begin your career. This is a pretty easy project to finish, and once you get into the swing of things, you won't want to stop with just a single tote bag in your collection of finished products. If you want to construct something that is more compact than the tote bag, you might also give making a zipper pouch a shot. Misty Doan is the one who authored this instructional guide. Jenny Doan is responsible for writing this guide. However, for this particular project, Jenny only used one package of 10 inches squares. You will be able to receive roughly 42 squares to use in the number 4 building block quilt if you purchase only one packet. Putting 4 squares in a row on top of each other is the very first step in the production process, and it is also the most important step. For the inner border, you will need 3/4 of a yard. For the outer border, you will need 1.25 yards, and for the vattic, you will need a piece that is 5 yards long. If you feel uneasy about slicing all of the pieces at the same time, you should do it one at a time instead. Keep in mind that going at things slowly and paying close attention to each stage is perfectly acceptable. The third position quilt featuring the Missouri Star. This is the quilt that served as the impetus for the creation of this YouTube channel. Jenny recommends that you take your time to complete this stage, as it is the one that matters the most in terms of giving a flawless quilt, despite the fact that some people thought a Missouri Star to be a little bit of a difficult quilt. You will require a layer cake in addition to 3 yards of background material in order to make this quilt. Because a Missouri Star is going to look fantastic with any fabric, you are free to use whichever fabric you like in the process. To begin, you will need to bake 3 separate cakes, but when selecting the colors for the layers, be sure to select one that is light, one that is medium, and one that is dark so that there is some contrast. Jenny Doan has devised a method that will make things simpler for you. If you have already completed a couple of quilts and are interested in taking your quilting skills to the next level, you can make this quilt using just one jelly roll of fabric. It is essential for you to begin with your pre-cuts and pre-made rolls and stacks if you are just starting off, because this will help you get off to a good start. Because these rolls come in a variety of designs and colors, which need to be matched in order for the end result to be magnificent, this will make the entire process a lot simpler and easier for you to complete. In order to complete this quilt, you are going to need one roll of fabric that measures 2.5 inches in width. Jenny Doan utilizes the Mellow Yellow pack, which can be purchased at the many shops located on the island. Jenny makes use of the circles and lines quilt printing, which is one of the newest patterns and is both exciting and contemporary. The technique can be found here. Because the second border is likewise built from jelly roll strips, the number of resources that are required for this project is really low. Jenny makes use of the circles and lines quilt printing, which is one of the newest patterns and is both exciting and contemporary. The technique can be found here. Your charms will be kept separate by an inner border of 1/2 yard, an inner border of 1.25 yards, and a backing of 4.5 yards. It has been suggested by Jenny Doan that you arrange it according to color, as this will make it much easier for you to choose one example of each component while you are building the blocks. You are required to choose and use 4 of the charms in order to finish off a single block. We would appreciate it if you could tell us which of these you intend to attempt, and then share your thoughts with us in the section that follows. We appreciate you taking the time to watch, and if you did so with pleasure, please show it by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting that bell icon so that you are notified immediately whenever we post something new.